Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be taking this red truck from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to be turning it into a shabby chic style truck. I also want to welcome you if you are new to my channel and you're visiting for the first time. I'm really glad to have you here. If you would like to see more of my DIYs or shopping videos or decorating videos, you can hit the subscribe button. And right next to that, there's a little bell. You can hit the notification button. That's what the bell is. And if you would like to have it personalized, it is set to personalized. So if you're watching this DIY video, you will more than likely see more of my DIY videos. If you want to see all of my videos, then you want to hit the all button. So I just took some fine sandpaper and sanded the entire piece down. It's pretty glittery. It was kind of a mess. I was on the fence as to whether I should do that or not, but I went ahead and did it, and I'm kind of glad that I did. So I'm just taking white chalk paint and I'm taking a foam brush and I'm just going to paint over the entire piece, including the tires, because I'm going to fill that back in later. And I usually start by putting the paint in the middle. That means more of the paint is in the middle, and then you can spread it out more easily to the end without it dripping too much off the sides of the sign. I did 2 coats on this sign. If you really don't want anything underneath to show through, you would probably want to do 3. I did 2 because I did want to follow some of the markings underneath to do my decorating on top. So because I just have the 2 coats, I can follow the line underneath and fill in the tire. I didn't want those hearts in there, and I was really having a hard time figuring out how to keep the tires but remove the hearts. So in the end, I just decided to draw the tires from scratch, and I'm using the imprint underneath as my guide, and I'm not too worried about it. I want it to have kind of a homemade sketched look to it. So here I've done both of the tires now, and I'm just filling them in with the paint marker. You have to take the paint marker and kind of dab it every now and then to make sure the paint is still coming out properly. I do think that left tire there was a little bit of paint, a little bit still wet there. I was maybe a little impatient with wanting to get this particular part done, and so I'm having just a little bit of trouble, but I'm going to do both tires, and then I'm going to go back when it's a little bit more dry and just maybe fill in some areas that didn't quite get the coating the first time around. Okay, so I'm finishing up these tires, and like I said before, it's not perfect, but I wanted it to have that homemade look to it, and so it doesn't really bother me. I'm still pretty happy with the way these tires turned out. So I'm taking this fabric glue, and I found this really pretty ribbon at Michael's. I felt it had a romantic shabby chic style to it, and I'm just placing the fabric glue on top of this ribbon because I'm going to take the white ribbon there that is more of a lace style that I got at Walmart, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to lay it right on top of the blue ribbon so that they're layered. So I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to use it like a stripe on the side of the truck. And so I'm just eyeballing it here and figuring out just exactly where I want to place it on the side of the truck. So here I'm just taking a teal colored Sharpie and I'm going to outline the window. I want to add a little bit of accent work to this piece here, so I'm going to take it and I'm carefully trying to outline the window. I'm following underneath. I can still see a little bit. Another reason why I only painted 2 coats, like I had said earlier. And I'm trying to get it just right so that it's not off. And you're going to see here I kind of messed it up there. So I'm going to end up going back and fixing it. You'll see in a minute. But I'm taking it and I'm making these little stitched outlines, and I'm going to make them above the window frame, and I'm going to outline them throughout the whole edging of the truck. And this is going to give it kind of a homemade, almost sewn kind of look to it. I just thought that that was kind of cute, and it added a little bit to the shabby chic style. Here I'm just taking some paint and fixing where I messed up there. And so I'm just taking this pretty scrapbook paper that I got from Michael's, and I'm going to just freehand some hearts, and I'm going to cut them out, and I'm going to be Mod Podging these onto the truck. Here I'm just taking the hearts and I'm just kind of eyeballing where I'm going to be placing them in the bed of the truck. Here I'm taking my Sharpie again and I'm just going to finish outlining the door. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make it look like it's stitched, and I'm just going to do this on either side. And now that my paint is dry, I'm just filling in that one spot that I had messed up there. So now I'm just taking a paintbrush and some Mod Podge, and I'm going to be Mod Podging the hearts onto the bed of the truck. I'm pretty sure that you can pick the Mod Podge up at the Dollar Tree. I believe that's where I got it before, but I do know that they also sell it at Walmart and other places, and especially craft stores like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any place like that. I guess I'm still thinking along the lines of Valentine's Day, or maybe just romantic style. I just decided that the hearts were a good idea for the bed of the truck, and so I just decided to keep that theme. And then here I'm just Mod Podging over the top of it just to make sure everything stays in place and just seals it. All right, so I'm ready to take my ribbon and I'm ready to make my stripe down the side of my truck. And I'm just using an inexpensive glue gun. I've had this a long time. I really could probably use a nicer glue gun at this point because I do use it a lot. So if any of you out there have any recommendations on glue guns, if you would leave a comment below, I'd really love to hear what glue guns you like. But I'm just going to take this, and then I just have used glue sticks from the Dollar Tree, and I'm putting it in place and gluing it down. And here I'm just making sure I take the ribbon and I glue the back side of it so that it stays stuck to the sign, and rather than trying to trim it to the edge, that didn't really make sense because the edge is not a straight line, and so it's just best to glue around the back and to make sure that it's secure and that it stays in place. So I'm just going to do this side of it, and then I'm going to flip it over here, and as you can see what I'm doing here, I'm just finishing up on this side. So now I have these little rose embellishments that I purchased at Michael's also, and I thought they were just the right thing. They're the right color, and I'm just taking my glue gun and I am placing them inside the tires there, and now I'm taking them and I'm spacing them out. I don't want to cover up the door pieces there where I have made those stitches that show you where the door is. So I don't want to cover that up, so I'm just spacing this out to see where I want to put these roses. And then I'm going to glue them on. I just want to take the time to remind you that if you are enjoying this DIY, you can subscribe to my channel for more DIYs. You can also hit the notification button, which is a little bell on the side there, and it is set to personalized, so you will get my DIY notifications. I don't exactly know how it works, but I do know that the way YouTube works it is that if you watch one type of my video, or you watch a video on a certain day or whatever, the notification bell will tend to notify you. Like, for instance, if you watch videos on Friday, it will let you know when I have a Friday video or a Saturday video. If you watch only my DIY videos, the algorithm should notify you that it's a DIY video. If you would like to see all of my videos, you can hit the all button under notifications if you like to see the shopping and DIY videos. So what I'm doing here is I've just rearranged a couple of these because they were a little bit off-centered. So I'm just kind of peeling them off a little bit and putting them in a better place where I want them. Now I'm just taking some twine from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to make a simple bow here, kind of like you're tying your shoes. I'm just going to take the two bows, tie them together. I'm going to loop one under the other one, and then I'm just going to pull them out and make sure that they're even. Okay, so I'm just going to take my little bow that I've made here and I'm just going to make sure that I have it centered where I want it, and I'm also want to make sure that my loops are even. I did try to do that already, but I want to just try it again, make sure. And then I'm just going to take my glue gun and I'm going to glue this right here on the door, kind of in the center of the door. And then I'm going to take those pieces there that are a little bit unruly because they've been on a round spool, and I'm just going to glue those down so that they're nice and straight and flat the way that I want them. And then I'm going to take one of those little roses and I'm just going to take one of those little roses and glue it right in the center there. Hold it down because I want to make sure that it's going to stay. And then I'm just going to take my tails there and I'm going to trim them, and then I just want to make sure that they're nice and even. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. I think I need some sharper scissors. And I'm just going to get that so that it's nice and even. So here is my little romantic style shabby chic DIY that I made. I put mine in a little vignette on a stand with some candles and some greenery. You could put it on a beautiful wreath. I've seen some really nice wreaths out this spring season. That would look really nice too. I want to thank you for staying with me through this video and watching this DIY. I would invite you to like this video if you really did like this DIY, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.